Abandoned places give us a peek into the past. They tell stories about cities that were once full of life, but are now left empty and forgotten. Some were abandoned due to disasters, while others just ran out of purpose. There's something mysterious and captivating about places that time has forgotten. From ghost towns to crumbling castles, today we're diving into the top abandoned places around the world that will send shivers down your spine. Join me as we explore some of the most interesting abandoned spots. First up is Pripyat in Ukraine. This town was abandoned in 1986 after the Chernobyl nuclear disaster. Nearly 50,000 people had to leave in a hurry, leaving behind homes, schools, and playgrounds. The town is now a ghostly place, frozen in time, with nature slowly taking over. Next is Hashima Island in Japan, also called Battleship Island because of its shape. It used to be a busy mining town with thousands of workers, but when the mine closed in the 1970s, everyone left. Now, it's a collection of crumbling buildings surrounded by the sea. It looks like something out of a dystopian movie. Body, California, was a booming gold mining town in the late 1800s, with over 10,000 residents. But as the gold ran out, people moved away, and the town was left behind. Today, it's one of the best preserved ghost towns in the US, with buildings and furniture left just as they were more than a century ago. Hidden in the dense forests just outside of Berlin lies Belitz-Heilstätten, a sprawling hospital complex with a chilling and storied past. Built in the late 1800s, this place was once a beacon of hope, designed as a sanatorium for tuberculosis patients. But over time, Belitz-Heilstätten became a silent witness to some of history's darkest moments. During both World Wars, the hospital transformed from a peaceful retreat into a field hospital for soldiers. It's said that a young Adolf Hitler was treated here after being wounded in World War I, a grim detail that adds to the hospital's sinister reputation. After World War II, Belitz-Heilstätten fell under Soviet control and continued to operate as a military hospital until the fall of the Berlin Wall. Today, Belitz-Heilstätten is a decaying shell of what it once was. Pompeii is one of the world's most famous abandoned places. In 79 AD, a volcanic eruption buried the city in ash, preserving it almost perfectly. Walking through the ruins, you can still see the streets, homes, and even the remains of the people who lived there. It's a haunting reminder of how powerful nature can be. Perched high on a rugged hillside in southern Italy, the medieval town of Craco looks like a forgotten world. Once a vibrant community, Craco was founded in the 8th century and stood for centuries as a thriving village, its stone houses and winding alleys filled with life and tradition. But today, Craco is a ghost town, a place where time seems to have stopped. The town's decline began in the 20th century. Frequent landslides, caused by the unstable terrain, became increasingly dangerous. By the 1960s, Craco's residents had no choice but to abandon their homes and move to safer ground. Walking through Craco feels like stepping into a forgotten chapter of history. The silence is almost tangible, broken only by the wind whispering through the empty streets. Craco is a reminder of the relentless power of nature and the inevitable passage of time, where even the strongest communities can fall into silence. In the heart of France lies a village trapped in a moment of unimaginable horror. Oradour-sur-Glane is more than just an abandoned place. It's a silent memorial, frozen in time to remind the world of a day marked by unspeakable tragedy. On June 10, 1944, during the chaos of World War II, Nazi soldiers stormed this peaceful village. In just a few brutal hours, they massacred 642 innocent people, men, women, and children, leaving only destruction and silence in their wake. The villagers were rounded up, separated, and mercilessly executed. Buildings were set ablaze, and the town was reduced to ruins. Today, Oradour-sur-Glane stands as it was left that tragic day, untouched and unchanged. The burned-out shells of homes, rusting vehicles, and everyday items left behind tell a story of ordinary lives suddenly cut short. The silence here is deafening, a powerful echo of the past that lingers in every street and building. After the war, the decision was made to preserve the village as a lasting tribute to those who died here, a reminder of the darkness that can emerge in times of conflict. Walking through oradour-sur-glane is like stepping into history's most chilling pages, where each corner whispers of lives lost and memories frozen in time. Oradour-sur-glane is not just a ghost town. It is a monument to the fragility of peace, the cruelty of war, and the need to remember so that such horrors are never repeated.